Hi, Anwen Avalon, Water Witch and Priestess here. Today I wanted to talk to you about contacting water spirits. Now, this is going to be specifically for local water spirits. I'll have to do another video another time about goddesses. So let's talk about how to work with your local water spirits. Now, you may be thinking, oh, but I want to work with a goddess, or I'm really connected to this goddess that's over in the UK and I want to work with them. And that's great. And I'm going to do a video just for you. But for now, let's talk about just getting to know our local water spirits, because the process is a little bit different. The local water spirits, you have the wonderful opportunity to actually go to the local place and to connect with them there. And I have some alternatives as well if you can't do that. So, working with a goddess is a little bit different. You can access them just about anywhere, and your temple room is probably the best place for that, but we'll talk about that in another video. So for now, excuse me, for now, let's talk about contacting your local water spirits and getting to know them. First off, I'm going to start by saying this. Nature spirits often fall under the realm of fairy, or the fair folk, or the fae. They prefer fae or the fair folk over the first word. I say it because that's what a lot of modern people say. However, just be cautious when you're calling them to say fae or the fair folk. Now, mermaids and lake fairy and lake fae, lake ladies, all sorts of these creatures can fall under that. But then there's some nature spirits that perhaps don't belong to any classification, and they are just the energy or spirit of place. So with the local spirits that may fall under the realm of the fair folk, do be careful. The fair folk are known to kidnap, harm, and just cause general mischief, and usually not because they're just mean and like sitting there waiting for somebody to cross and be like, oh, let's go get them. It's not how that works. It's usually because we are being dumb, we are being ignorant and uneducated in certain topics or certain environments, and we are stepping in places that we shouldn't be. And so if you find yourself in the strange phenomenon of fairy trickery, chances are you have harmed the environment or pissed them off in some way. And there are ways to get out of that. However, that will be another video as well. I just wanted to talk about, I want to focus on how to actually contact them and to get to know them and start working with them. So with that being in mind, knowing that it may not be 100% safe to contact the water spirits, going in with a heart full of respect and reverence is going to go a long way. The other thing is, don't just show up at your water body or your body of water with, okay, I'm here, let's connect. That's not going to work. So with our water and nature being so polluted and so poisoned right now, humans are often looked at from the perspective of the nature spirit as being destructive. So in order for them to even begin to work with you or talk to you, you need to kind of prove your worth. This means going there perhaps several times. And when I say going there, you should find the body of water that's closest to you that you can visit on a regular basis. I highly recommend natural bodies of water such as the ocean, rivers, lakes, and springs. However, ponds and things like that can also work. So this can be applied to your man-made pond. Perhaps it's been there for 30 or 40 years in your neighborhood. Trust me, there's a nature spirit attached to it. So you need to select your body of water. And I like I recommended before, make sure it's close to you so that you can visit often. This is about building a relationship. And it's going to be hard to build a relationship with somebody that, or a body of water that's 3 hours away. It can be done, but I recommend you start at your local watering hole first. Now, going to that place and spending time there. I'm going to use probably a river as my example for most of this, but it goes for all bodies of water. So you show up at your place and you think, okay, I'm ready to connect with the spirits. But what you actually need to be thinking is, are the spirits ready to connect with me? If they're not ready to connect with you, then they will not show themselves and you'll get just a whole bunch of silence. So when you first arrive at this place, start doing things that are helping for the environment, making sure that if you see a piece of trash, pick it up. Walking in a respectful manner, not chomping on plants, not going and greedily taking, all the cool things that you find washed up. If you're at the ocean, not taking things like live starfish or live sand dollars from the water. Now, if you're gifted a dead one, that's a different story, but that's a story for another video as well. Sorry, I'm a little wiggly. My hips are tired of sitting here. Okay, so back to where we were. So you're going to go to this body of water and you're going to get to know it, and you're going to work on the banks doing things like energy work, doing things like picking up the local trash and anything that may be harming the environment. Now, once this is done and you've established that you are a positive impact to the environment, then you can go back again and this time request to speak to the water spirits. And there's many ways to do that. You can do it through meditation. You can do it by walking into the water in a very light trance state and trying to commune and directly talk to them. You can sit on the side with your feet in the water. You could perhaps find a shady spot near the water and do some dream work by taking a nap. You can take the water, especially if it's good, clean drinking water, and you can anoint yourself with the water on your third eye to try and make a psychic connection with the water. And you can just spend time with the water, especially if it's a place that's been really polluted or it's got a lot of people there. You may have to spend time, long amounts of time, just calmly talking to the water. And then once you feel like you maybe have that connection and they are ready to talk to you, then what you can do is you can verbally speak to them if you're the only one there, and you're not afraid to just start talking to the water. But you can also talk through a light meditative state and just start connecting, asking who they are, what they'd like from you. Tell them that you're there to help, and that you're just really interested in starting a symbiotic relationship with them. And they may ask for offerings. They may not want you there at all. If that's the case, then I would just continue to go and silently do the work. If they reject you and you still want to connect with that body of water, keep going, but don't try and contact them. Take it as a no, but continue to go to the place and continue to do the work. Over time, they may decide that they want to work with you now. The benefits to working with water spirits is they are spirits of healing, and so you can, once you are in this place of reciprocity and you are working with them, and perhaps you have your own healing that needs to be done, you've helped to heal the environment. At this point, you can ask, could you instruct me on healing? Could you lend me power for healing? Is there a way that I can heal myself? They may have an idea for you that you haven't thought of. They may not facilitate the healing, but they may tell you how to heal. And then you continue to do the work with yourself, taking the information they give you and healing yourself, and then turning that around and healing the environment, especially if they give you some sort of healing modality. Water spirits have been known to give the gift of healing or knowledge of healing herbs or divination to people that are willing to work with and care for the environment. And so if they gift you with that gift of healing, it would be so terrible to just take it home and be like, thanks, now I'm a healer. I'm going to go heal my community. That's good, but you need to bring that healing back to the water. They give you the gift of healing. You need to then heal the water some more. Soon, perhaps, you'll be able to bring people to that body of water, and then you can do the water healing right there in the water itself. Now, what happens when you leave? So let's say that you've made contact with the water spirits and they are willing to work with you. They've given you the boundaries and the things that they would like to see from you in order to prove that you are a good priestess of this water. And so at that point, you go and you can take a small vial of water from the place. And make sure that you communicate with them and say, hey, I'm going to be taking your water, not because I'm greedy and I want your water, but because I'm going to take this essence, the body of this water that you dwell in, and I'm going to take it back to my temple room and I'm going to keep it on my altar for however many moon cycles, and then I will be bringing it back. And that's exactly what you can do. You keep it on your altar for several moon cycles. You can charge it. You can do energy work. You can connect with it. You can anoint yourself with it. You can add a few drops to your scrying water. When you are doing energy work for that body of water, you can add a few drops of that water there. But make sure that you do bring the bulk of the water back, just like you told the water spirits, and redeposit the water next time you're there. Refill and back to your house. And you continue this process over and over and over again, going back and forth from your local body to your temple room and using these waters to charge. Now, there's another video if you're interested in learning about giving the water spirits offerings. There's another video about that. You can find it here on my channel. You can also find rituals to connect with your local environment. It is in chapter 7, I believe. Hopefully it won't make me out to be a liar. It is chapter 7. In the Water Witchcraft, Magic and Lore from the Celtic Tradition. This is my book that was released earlier this year. Chapter 7 talks all about, there's an entire chapter on how to work with the spirits, how to properly collect water, giving offerings to the water, and rituals to connect with the water spirits. So, I hope that this information was helpful to you and that you will take it out into your own community and use this information to further your own water witch or water priestess practice. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe. There'll be more watery videos coming up soon, as well as myrrh and sacred belly dance themed performances right here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and visit waterwitchcraft.com and waterpriestess.com for more information on water witchery and water priestessing. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful watery day.